Hello and welcome to the weekly update on Friday, the 13th of January, 2023. Hope you're all feeling good and feeling better than some of you were over the Christmas period. Certainly, I know I'm on the road to recovery, which is good. So I've got a couple of things for the update this week. Firstly, bit of a kind of technical one. Some of you may have noticed, but most of you won't. That we had a bit of an issue in filing our final payment submission, as it's called. So what we do when we complete payroll here, and when we send it off to the HMRC electronically. So we had a problem with that back in November of last year, which meant that HMRC didn't receive our full payment submission. And we got in touch with them and asked them to look at what the problem was. They said it was at their end, but they're a big organization. It takes quite a long while to find that out. The December payment submission also didn't go through. So they've been working on it and I've been chasing them up, and we finally got it resolved, and everything is now sorted. And so November's final payment submission went through, and I'm now working on December's over the next couple of days. Now, the bottom line around that is everyone's been paid. It affects nobody's pay. It doesn't change anything. But what it might mean, particularly with access to your pay slips and the way that cash flow operates, is you might get a few odd emails over the next couple of days telling you that your pay slip for November is available, or your pay slip for December is available. And it always has been available. It's just that they're telling you again because I'm doing the full payment submission again. So be aware of that. Nothing to worry about. Everything is finally getting to a point where it's sorted. It's one of those things, for the sake of a tiny little glitch, which was £34 in the wrong place out of a payroll of about 53,000 that month, and £34 for some reason ended up in the wrong place. Then they wouldn't accept the submission, and it's hours of work to kind of put that right. But we're kind of on that now, and December should be done within the next couple of days. And certainly payroll for next week or next month, this month, which I think we're looking at getting hours in next week, will go ahead fine, no problem. And I think throughout this, if you've been on the receiving end and you've been getting paid, you won't have noticed anything because you're still getting paid. So that's that. Couple of things by way of information for you. Firstly, Disability Positive are asking for some support to help do a bit of advocacy for them. So let me dig this out and have a look at it and tell you what it is. So they've got an advocacy team at Disability Positive who want to make their services better. Advocacy is about helping you saying what you want and understanding your rights, and a person who does that is called an advocate, and they have a number of people who advocate on the advocacy team. So they want to find out from people who use support services if they want and need advocacy, and critically they will pay you a voucher of £30 for taking part in an interview to tell them. They want to know things like what life has been like for you since the COVID-19 pandemic started. What are your hopes for the future and what worries you? How can you say what you want and know more about your rights? Have you used an advocacy service and would you like to use one? And they're running a couple of focus groups to find out what you think about advocacy, and you can choose to attend one of the groups. And there's a group on Thursday, the 26th of January between 10 and 11:30 a.m. and Thursday, the 26th of January between 5 and 6:30 p.m. And if you'd like to take part in those, they ask you please to contact Kim Doolan, which is an email address, kim.doolan, DOOLAN, at pathwayassociates, all one word, .co.uk. And you can phone her on 07939 127 811. So there is an opportunity maybe to get a little bit of cash and also have your views heard, which is always good. Other than that, in the news and in terms of things that are available to us, and by way of kind of, diary updates, there is a cinema club at the Story House on Tuesday, the 17th of January at 11 a.m. And the film that they're showing is I Want to Dance with Somebody, which I think is the Whitney Houston sort of autobiographical film. and it's £6 if you want to go. And please let People's Choice, who are advertising it, know by Monday. And People's Choice, you can Google them and you can find them online, and let them know if you want to go to that event by Monday. And then another event that we've heard about, again, advertised to us, I think, by People's Choice, is the Let's Farm Open Day. And that's being run by a farm at Stockshill in Darnall in Winsford. It's on the 14th of February. It's between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. And you can learn more about kind of farming and farming activity and animals and all that kind of stuff. If you want to know more about that, then you can email Nicola, Nicola, at letsfarm, all one word, .org.uk. So by all means, follow up a couple of those. So that, I think, is it. I'm sure there was something else I meant to tell you, but if I've forgotten, I'll remember next week. And otherwise, have a great week and see you in a week's time.